students. Today we are going to study quadratic equations. Okay. Last year we have studied quadratic polynomials. Okay. Quadratic polynomials. When we equate these quadratic polynomials to 0, then we get quadratic equations. So, what is meant by quadratic equations? The equations which can be represented in the form ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, where a, b, c are real numbers and a is never equal to 0, are known as quadratic equations. So what is meant by quadratic equations? Equations that can be represented in the form ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, okay, where a, b, c are real numbers and a never equal to 0, because what will happen when a will become 0, this term will get cancelled and that equation will be linear equation later on, and therefore a never equal to 0 are known as quadratic equations. See here, this is the standard form of quadratic equations in one variable here. Ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. This is what? Standard form of quadratic equations. This is also known as standard form of quadratic equations in one variable. Which is the variable here? X. See neatly here, the highest index of the variable is 2, and that's why it is a quadratic equation. The highest index of the variable is 2. Highest index of variable is 2, and therefore they are quadratic equations. Do you understand quadratic equations? Again I am reversing it. Equations that can be represented in this form: ax square plus bx plus c. Last year you have studied quadratic polynomials, and these quadratic polynomials we have equated to 0. Then we get quadratic equations. Okay, the highest index of the variable is 2 here, and this is the quadratic equation in one variable. The variable here I have taken is x. Okay, we will see some examples here, and we have to check whether they are quadratic equations or not. See first, this is 5x square equal to 36. Now if we have to check it whether it is quadratic equation or not, write it in a standard form. What is the standard form? It is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So write this equation in this form. So it is the first term where a equal to 5x square, the middle term b is 0 here, we can take it 0, that is 0x. Okay, we can take the value of b 0 here, and 36 take to this side, that is here. Now it is ax square plus bx plus negative 36 equal to 0, where value of a is what? 5, value of b is 0, and value of c is negative 36. It is and highest index of the variable is 2, and only one variable is there, and therefore it is quadratic equation in one variable. Okay, so this first equation is quadratic equation. quadratic equation. Now check the second equation. Again clearly it is already written in the standard form. Here it is ax square where a is 1 plus bx plus 6 equal to 0. Where a is 1, b is 5 and c is 6. It is also quadratic equation. See this equation. 7y minus 5u equal to 0. Again write it in a standard form where this term is missing. So to write this term we can write it here 0x square. But what is our condition? In quadratic equation a is never equal to 0 and therefore it is not a quadratic equation. It is not a quadratic equation. And see this last equation now. Here it is 5 upon 4 m square minus 7 equal to 0. Again you write it in a standard form, that is 5 upon 4 m square. You can take b 0 because 0 is a real number. That is 0x minus 7 equal to 0. And now it is a quadratic equation where value of a is 5 upon 4, b is 0 and c is negative 7. You can take plus minus something. Now you understand what is meant by quadratic equation and whether you should know to check whether the given equation is quadratic or not. Okay. We will see the next topic, that of quadratic equation. Now you already learned to solve an equation, whether it is quadratic or linear. For example, such type of examples, x plus 3 equal to 0. This is what linear equation in one variable and you know to solve it. Directly you can say x equal to negative 3 and here this is known as to find out the value of variable, is known as to solve the equation. But we are studying here quadratic equations. So if there is quadratic equation, suppose x square plus 6x plus 9 equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation. There must be some values of the variable which will satisfy this equation. To satisfy the equation means what? It for that value of the variable, here variable is x. For that value of the variable, both sides of the equation become equal. This is known as to satisfy the equation. So that values of the variable are known as solutions of this given quadratic equation or roots of that quadratic equation. We will solve this. You know factorization method, you have already studied that. But before that I am writing the roots of quadratic equation means what. So the values of the variable for which satisfy the given quadratic equation, which satisfy the given quadratic equation are known as roots or solutions of given quadratic equation. Okay, what are roots of quadratic equation? That the values of variable which satisfy the given quadratic equation are known as roots or solution of the given quadratic equation. Again we will take at least 2 examples to check whether the given solutions are given values are roots of that equation or not. Okay. Start. Now see, the equation is given, quadratic equation, that is x square plus 5x minus 14 equal to 0 and the values are given here and you have to check whether these values are roots of the quadratic equation of this quadratic equation or not. So what we have to do there, we have to put x equal to root 2 in this equation and see whether the two sides LHS and RHS become equal or not. Now RHS is already 0 here, so you have to check LHS. Before that, put x equal to root 2 in given equation. LHS equal to, put x equal to root 2, that is root 2 square plus 5 into value of x is root 2 plus minus 14 equal to, you have to check only LHS. Root 2 square is, square of root 2 is root 2 multiplied by root 2, that is root 4 equal to 2. So square of root 2 is 2 plus 5 root 2 minus 14. We can't multiply this 2 because this is irrational number and this is rational number. So we have to put it as it is. Just these are like terms. Do the their addition subtraction. It is plus 2 negative 14, that is minus 12 plus 5 root 2. And what is our RHS? That is 0. Is LHS and RHS are equal? No, is not equal to RHS, and therefore x equal to, wait, I will rough this, you can understand. So therefore x equal to root 2 is not root of root or solution of given quadratic equation. Why x equal to root 2 is not a solution of given quadratic equation? Because we get RHS, LHS this negative 12 plus 5 root 2 and our RHS is 0. They both are not equal and therefore this value is not a solution of given equation, or you can say this x equal to root 2 not a root of given equation. So in this way you have to check given values are roots of the given equation or not. We will check again for negative 7. Okay. Now instead of root 2, take value of x negative 7. Okay. So put x equal to negative 7 in the given equation. We will check LHS first and we will see that LHS will become LHS and RHS are equal or not. Again take LHS. LHS is x square plus 5x minus 14. Put the values. X value is negative 7 plus 5 into negative 7 minus 14. Square of negative 7, that is 49, because the square of negative number is always positive. 5 multiplied by negative 7, one number is positive, another is negative, their product will be negative, that is negative 35, negative 14. Okay. Now 14 minus this negative 35, negative 14, sorry 49 it is. 49 minus negative 35, negative 14, and that is 0, and that is equal to RHS. Now our LHS and RHS are equal for this value x equal to negative 7, and therefore you can say that x equal to negative 7 is root of given quadratic equation. Okay. Solving quadratic equations. Okay. Now there are three methods, that is factorization method, then completing square method, and the last one is formula method. Now we will see these two methods later on. First we will study the factorization method. You already have studied to factorize the quadratic polynomial last year, and that's why in this standard this is only revision, that is factorization method. We will take a simple example for this, that is x square plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. Now it is a quadratic equation because a, b, c, these all are real numbers. A is not equal to 0. What is the value of a here? 1. What is the value of b here? 5. And what the value of c is? 6. A, b, c, these are real number. A is not equal to 0 and only one variable is there. Therefore this is a quadratic equation first, and we have factorize it. Now why we have to factorize it? Because we have to solve the given equation, and to solve this equation we write it in the product of its factor, and you know that when two numbers are, the product of two number is 0, then one of them is definitely 0, then this is possible, and this we will use here after factorization. So to factorize this, split the middle term, like take the product of the first and the third term, that is 6x square, and write its factor such that the sum of these two factors must be the middle term. In short, split this middle term such that their product should be this number. Okay, now we have to write its factor. So factors of x square are only x multiplied by x, so there is no issue. What are the factors of 6? 2 multiplied by 3, or 6 equal to 6 multiplied by 1. But what is our condition? That the sum should be the middle term. Now if I have taken these fractions, these factors, then their sum is not 5, their sum is 7, and therefore 2 multiplied by 3 we have to take here. And see first, this term is positive, and when the product is positive, which are the two possibilities? Either both terms are positive or both terms are negative, then only it is possible. But here see our middle term, it is positive, and therefore if it is positive, this both may not be negative. This will never happen. So these both factors should be positive. In this way you have to check. Take these factors. Why? Because the sum of 2 and 3 is 5. That's why we have to take 2 and 3. 3x and 2x. And both should be positive because the middle term is also positive. The product is also positive. That's why. So write these two terms in place of middle term, because we have to split the middle term. 3x plus 2x plus 6 equal to 0. Now take something common to factorize it. This is also taking making the groups. This is also one method of factorization after this. So take something common if it is there. Here x square, 3x, so x is common. X multiplied by x square. If I have taken x common, what will remain here in the bracket? X plus from this 3x also I have taken x outside, and therefore it is plus 3. Now 2x plus 6, this is one group, this is another group. So what is common here? 2x plus 6, the factors of 6 are 2 multiplied by 3. So we can take this 2 outside. Here 2 is present, so 2 take common, x plus 3 equal to 0. After this, again this bracket is common in these two terms. Take that bracket outside. X plus 3, x plus 2. X plus 3 I have taken here. What remains in the bracket? X. Again x plus 3 I have taken. Only 2 is remaining here, and that is equal to 0. Now I have written this quadratic equation here in the form of product of these two terms. Okay. Now if the product of two brackets, two numbers is 0, one of them is definitely 0. So we can write either x plus 3 equal to 0 or x plus 2 equal to 0. And if x plus 3 equal to 0, take 3 to that side, it is x equal to negative 3. Again, if x plus 2 equal to 0, x equal to negative 2. So x equal to negative 3 or x equal to negative 2 are the roots or solution of this given quadratic equation. And in this way, by factorization method, we can solve the given quadratic equation.